Hey guys, it's Kara. Today I'm gonna guide you through a quick 20-minute class of all standing postures. So we'll do some opening work and really hone in on some of the bigger areas of the body. So start with me standing. You may want to have your mat set up somewhere where you can use a wall or piece of furniture. I have my chair here, which I'll grab later, just for when we do some standing balances in case you feel a little bit wobbly. But for now, stand with your 2 feet grounded on the mat. Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
The light is like totally in shot. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh.
around, like, what's going on? I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I feel awful now. I'm like, yeah, it was a really great opening.
I'll try to repeat it.
You're always good though.
20 minutes is like gonna go by so fast. I'll be like, oh great, okay, we went over. No, I'll just try to look at my watch.
So that is out.
My hair is so frizzy. Hey everyone, it's Kara. I am here to guide you through a really quick 20-minute class of all standing poses. What you may want to grab is maybe a chair or something, or position your mat near a wall or a piece of furniture, a larger piece of furniture that you can use to stabilize in some of the standing balances that we'll do later in the class. Okay, so once you're all set up, join me. You can stand facing the short edge of your mat. I'm just gonna face you towards my long edge. Feet underneath hips, toes pointing forward. And we'll start honing in on the breath and finding movement all at the same time. So if you wanna close your eyes, you can. I'm gonna start here with my right shoulder. And when I inhale, lifting it up, back, exhale, forward and down. 3 times in this direction. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale. Slow exhale out through the nose, down and back into neutral. Now switch the rotation. This time inhale forward, exhale up and back. Doesn't matter if you're doing the same as me. Maybe you started in the reverse rotation, exhale back. What's important here is that you're focusing on the breath. Inhale, last one. And down, and linking that breath movement. Pause here, take 1 full breath in. Exhale, breath out through the nose. Good, now into the left shoulder. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, down and forward. Try to keep everything else still. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Last one in this direction. Inhale. Full breath, exhale out. Good, now switch to rotation. Inhale, exhale, and you can have your eyes open. 2 more, inhale. It just helps, exhale back to really close out the senses around you. Last one, inhale, and focus on this minute movement in the shoulder. Exhale, back and down. Good, now settle the shoulders. 1 full breath, inhale. Exhale, breath out. Nice, now join me in opening the eyes. Plant those feet again, lift the toes up, place them down, and find some engagement in the legs if you didn't have it in your shoulder rolling. So you're in Tadasana here, mountain pose, push down, squeeze the inner thighs, roll the shoulders down your back, and maintain that engagement through your legs. If you felt around your thighs, you should feel some tone there. We're not just standing in the bones with knees bent, but engaged. And now we'll move and rotate through the shoulders, arms only. So inhale, lift up. Exhale, open the arms out and widen down. Good, reach through your fingers. 2 more, inhale, lift up. Keep your eyes open for this one. Exhale, down. 1 more time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Good, now you can release that engagement in your lower legs. Step your feet together. Big toes together, shoulders down your back. This time, reach your arms straight forward. Inhale, reach up, palms face in towards each other. You're gonna bend your elbows, hold on to that right wrist, and your elbows can stay bent, or as you reach over, side body stretch, crescent moon, maybe your top arm begins to straighten out. Pay attention here that the top right arm doesn't drop forward, but stays over the ear. And if doing so makes that elbow need to bend, then just bend it. Your gaze can be down. You can look forward or you can look up. Test those out, see what feels good for you in your neck. Breathe deeply. Continue to plant down through both feet evenly if you can. Good, one more inhale. Exhale. Hold on to that right wrist. Inhale, come up with the arms. Release, palms facing towards each other. Now hold on to the left wrist. Left palm faces down toward your right elbow. On the inhalation, side body stretch. Exhale, ground through your feet. Same as that first side. Find a position for your neck, your eyes, and your face that feels good, especially in your neck. And breathe. Don't tug too much on that arm. What you're doing here is giving some support in the wrist. A little bit of a tug is fine, a little bit of resistance, but nothing too harsh on your body. Next inhalation, come back up. Good, release the wrist, palms face in. Exhale straight out in front of you, lower down. Roll the shoulders up and back. We're gonna do that one more time, side body stretch. Inhale, lift up. Start with the right wrist being held onto. When you inhale is when you find the length. Good. Now you should remember from the first time what feels good on your neck. For me, it's looking down. Stay in this shape, or maybe take it a little bit deeper by inhaling your hips to the right as well. If that's uncomfortable, then come out of that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly bring your hips over your heels, your shoulders over your hips, and then release and switch sides. Turn your gaze, fix your eyes. When you inhale, side body stretch. Good. Stay there, doing exactly as you did the first time, or maybe you inhale, shift the hips over to the left. That is for sure going to increase the intensity, so you choose if that's what you want to do right now or not. Good. Inhale, everything stacks right on top of each other, and you release that top hand. Slowly bring the arms down, out to the side. Good. All right. Now, step your feet out to the side. Coming out pretty wide, you can open the arms out for placement of the feet. Then drop the arms back down and turn your right toes over towards the short edge of your mat for warrior two. Left toes stay pointing towards the long edge. Bend into your right knee. Depending on the length of your legs, you may have to shift the back leg back a little bit. Try not to let that right knee be hinging too far forward towards your right toes. Stack it right over your ankle. Good, then hold onto your belly and give a little pull so it faces towards the side, long edge of your mat. Lift your arms up, try to keep the belly facing over towards the long edge of your mat. This is the difference here between warrior two and warrior one. In warrior two, everything's really side facing. In warrior one, it's the opposite, it's forward facing. Good. Stay in your warrior two, reach through your fingers and breathe. Continue to bend into your right knee. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, release the arms down. Slowly inhale, straighten your right leg. Turn your right toes and switch out the side. So now left toes turn towards the short edge. Bend into your left knee, and probably you don't need to do much repositioning of the legs since you already set up on that first side. Belly turns to the side, left knee nice and bent. Then lift the arms up and turn your gaze to face towards the left middle finger. Good. Breathe deeply. Bend into the left knee. Long, steady breath. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower hands down. Nice job. Inhale, straighten left leg. Turn your toes. And do this one more time on each side. Warrior two, starting with the right leg. And I'll give you some more cues and tips. Bend into the right knee. Another tip here is that often when we bend into the right side, or whatever leg we're bending, the torso tends to go with the front leg. So bring the shoulders up over the hips, square that belly towards the side, bend into the right knee, and then once all of that is set up, inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, ground through both feet. Steady your gaze, take an inhalation. Exhale. There is slight engagement in the core. Try to avoid letting the ribs pop up and the butt pop back. Keep everything tight in towards the middle. One more inhale. Good, exhale. Drop those arms down. Straighten your right leg. Switch out the feet. Bend into your left knee. Bring your torso, your shoulders up over your hips. Belly to the side, bent in the knee, then lift the arms up. Even though you know where you're going, you know that the pose that we're doing now is Warrior Two, and even if you've been practicing for years or months, a long time, I want you to try to now and again really take the time in setting up your own poses, looking at your alignment, because you may be tight from the way you slept or whatever activity you've done lately. And although maybe you don't usually bring those shoulders forward, maybe today you are. So pay attention to your alignment. Next exhalation, lower the arms down. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Turn your toes, toe heel, or hop the feet together so that they're again underneath the hips. Pull the shoulders up and down the back. And then close the eyes just for a moment. Feel the inner thighs. Feel any sensation happening, most likely in that lower body, but maybe also in the arms since they were held up for a while. And then reopen your eyes. Hop or step the feet out again to this wide stance. Lift the arms up, check it out. And now we'll set up just slightly differently. Lower body's going to be exactly the same for side angle pose. Bend into the right knee, bring those shoulders up over the hips, and for this pose, place the left hand on your hip, on your left hip. And then reach your right arm out in front of you. Turn the right palm up towards the ceiling. When you exhale, lower that right elbow onto the right thigh. I'm going to turn around to show you that sometimes, this happens in Warrior Two as well, the hips go out to the side. Bring your hip, this is your right hip, into the middle. It's going to help align that knee as well. So bring that right hip in. So knee and hip, toes are all in one line. Look down, look forward or look up, and with this left hand, you can bring it back to the hand on the hip, or you can reach straight up, or you can reach overhead. Breathe deeply. Apply some resistance into the right elbow. Get lift away from the right thigh in the right side body. Take another inhale. Exhale. Push strongly into the feet. Inhale, come up. Straighten your leg. Set up for the other side. Left toes off to the side. And you can do the same work that you did on the first pose, Warrior Two, bringing the belly, bend the left knee, and then bring the right hand onto the hip. Lift your left arm up. Turn your palm towards the ceiling and bend the elbow onto the thigh. Good. Bend into the left knee. Create the shelf for your elbow. Roll your right shoulder down your back. Keep the hand here or bring it back here. You can see how it feels for you to lift your right arm up into this, towards the sky, or reach the right arm up overhead. Breathe deeply. Feel strong in your lower body. Create length in your right side body. Push into both feet. Look down at your left foot on the inhale. Lift up. Drop both arms. Straighten your left leg. Turn your toes. You can feel the heat being built in your body. We'll do this one more time each side with some possible add-ons. So start out the same way, nice and slowly. Even if you really just want to get into the pose, try to slow it down a bit. Take the time to align. Left hand on hip, reach right hand up. Turn palm up, lower elbow down. Remember, bring that right hip in towards the midline. So here are the extra options. I want you to keep the right elbow onto the thigh, even if you usually like to drop it down onto the floor. You can keep the left hand on hip, find the arm placement that you prefer, and this is that option you can do for added core strength. Look down towards the right foot and maybe extend right arm out. Imagine you're holding a big beach ball between your hands. Try to maintain a bent right leg. Steady breath. Good. If you're doing arms out stretch, inhale, come up, and then drop the arms. We'll straighten out through the right leg and switch left leg out. Good. So this core work is optional. You don't have to do it. Just maybe something you want to try. Bend into your left knee, shoulders up over hips, right hand on your back hip. Extend left hand, turn the palm towards the ceiling, lower the elbow down. Good. Roll the shoulder back. Okay, take your time. You might be staying in this pose here. Or extend the arm up. And it's the same pose, I shouldn't have said it like that, but you might be staying in that version of the pose with the right arm on the hip. Look down if you want to try the core work, it helps for balance, and extend the left arm out. Try not to change anything else in the body or the pose except for extending the arm out. If you do it just for a moment, that's great. You can come back down with the elbow. Breathe deeply. Look down at the left foot, inhale, come up. Whew. Tightness in that quad. And then release the arms, toe heel, or hop the feet together. Shoulders down your back. Close your eyes. Register the sensations in the body. It's a good time now to lengthen the breath, which may have shortened in that challenging core work. Good, open your eyes. Now is the time to grab that chair or move your mat in your body to be close to something. If standing balancing poses are difficult, challenging. You're gonna stand with the body on one side of the prop. For me, this is my left leg, left hand. And then lean a little bit into that left foot, making sure left toes point forward, and then everything is stacked over the left foot because this will be the foundation of the pose. Then bend the right knee. You may have to bend down to reach and find that foot or ankle. And if that's not possible, find a towel or maybe a hoodie or something that can loop around the foot and you can hold if you don't quite have that reach. If you can reach down, get yourself set up with or without the strap. And then bring this knee underneath the hip. Push down into the standing leg. Pull the heel in towards the glute. And you can, If you can release for just a second, bring that left hand to the right hip and push there, or imagine that hand is there and push into the front of the hip to get more of a stretch to the front of the right leg. Good, breathe deeply, stand tall, push down into the left leg as you reach up through the crown of the head. And if you're doing all of that and you wanna see how your balance is today, you can bring hand to hip, you can bring hand to half namaskar, or you can bring hand to reach back and find that foot. Good, breathe deeply. And when you're ready to let go, let's all come out together. You're going to not allow that foot to slam down. Try to control the release and come out nice and slowly. Good. You can just turn around. I'm gonna swing my prop to the other side so I don't face backwards to you. Other side, just like before, sit up so that your toes are pointing forward. You've got some distance away from the wall or the prop, and then lean slightly into that standing leg. Pull the opposite leg, your left leg up. Reach down, find the foot or the ankle, or use that strap. Then let the knee move down towards the floor. Your body is going to want to bend and sit back because that's not much of a stretch. It's just a bit easier. Push and find the stretch gently. Take it easy. Extend through the standing right leg, and then gently, maybe you use your hand, push the hip point forward. Good, breathe deeply. Try to stand tall with a straight posture, top of the head lifting up high. Breathe deeply. Keep your eyes open for standing balances. You can look down the tip of the nose, find a point to really focus on. Maybe for the last couple of breaths, you see how the balance is in a position of the hand that might work for you today. Deep breath. Then slowly release with control. Stand on both feet. Roll the shoulders up and down. And we'll do one more standing balance with the chair. I'm just gonna stay on this side. You can stay on this side as well so we don't have to move it. You're gonna, this time, have both feet planted on the ground to begin with. Bend your knees. Then lean slightly. Whatever leg is closest to the wall or the prop is gonna be your standing leg. Lean slightly towards that. For me, it's my right leg. Left leg comes up. Flex through your left ankle. We're gonna get a nice stretch, figure four stretch, in the outer left hip. You can use your hand to help place the ankle onto the thigh, down towards the knee. Oh, there goes the hip. Or you can just place it without using the aid of the hand. Continue to flex through this foot. Let the left knee move down towards the floor. If you're really tight, it might be up higher, but if you can, without using your hand, try to drop it down. Then sit back like you're sitting towards a chair, continuing to flex left leg. Hand can be on hip. Breathe deeply. The more you sit back, the more you're really gonna feel this outer hip stretch. Your standing right leg is bent. Take one more inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, straighten the right leg slightly. Manually lift that left foot up, place it down, and now switch sides. Turn around or move your prop so it's on the other side of your leg. And you maybe don't use a prop at all for this. Maybe you're practicing hands-free without any wall. Left leg is standing leg now. Bend through both knees, toes point forward, and you're not standing with your feet together. Your feet are hip distance apart. Lift your right leg up. Find your balance on your left leg. Flex through your right ankle. Reach down or place it up without using your hand. Continue to flex through the right foot. Let that right knee open up to the side and drop down a little bit down towards the floor. You can stay upright like this. This might be a big stretch for you in your hip and you stay here. Or sit back with your hips, continuing to flex through the right ankle. It's like your foot is flat on the wall. Good, breathe deeply. Focus your gaze. Just like the runner stretch, you might want to find a different positioning for your left hand, especially if you're not using the prop. You can have both hands on hips, both hands at heart center. Those are some options for you. Go ahead, breathe deeply for one more. And now stand slightly. Release the right hand, right foot with your hand. Stand with your 2 feet on the ground. Pull your shoulders up, back, and down. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Notice especially how the hip region is feeling after those 2 standing balancing openers. First one focusing on the front thighs, second one focusing on the outer hips. And reopen your eyes. Now, if you had something near you, you can move it off to the side. Come back to your mat. Stand at the top of the mat. Shoulders up and down the back. Stand nice and tall. Find your Tadasana, feet hip distance, toes point forward. Everything stacked up over ankles, including your ears. Inhale, reach your arms up and look up. Exhale, reach the hands back down. 2 more times. Inhale, up, look up. Exhale, reach back down. On this last one, you'll take a forward fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend your knees. Forward fold over your legs. Your hands might not reach the floor, that's fine. If they do, let everything drop and drape over your legs. Head hangs, don't hold the head up. Breathe deeply. If you have closed your eyes, open them. Push into your feet. Inhale. Come all the way up with a straight spine. Reach the arms up overhead. Look up. Exhale. Now bring the hands through heart center. Release the hands down. Open through the shoulders. Stand back in your Tadasana. Roll your shoulders down. Close your eyes. Release even your controlled breath. We'll close the class in this position. No engagement in the body. For a final time, scan through the shoulders, the hips, the hands, the feet. Blink your eyes open. Bring your hands up to heart center. Thank you for joining me in this short opening practice. I hope that you feel a little bit more open in the side body, the shoulders, the legs, as well as a little bit stronger with those strength building poses. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Namaste. If you enjoyed this class, please like and share.